up a mercy council, and Amnesty International is so concerned about the right.
This is an SOS from the St. Lucia. Help! Help! SOS! SOS! Mayday! Mayday! The St. Lucia, a luxury liner, sailing the Caribbean Sea, with a good old captain named Sir John Compton. For years, sailed smooth and free. But sadly, Sir John Compton passed away. His team lost election that day, and the mantle passed over to Penny and Team Labour. Me blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I say that ball. If you hear him, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, Captain, seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure really low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know. We don't know. Beauty with feet years that few surpassed, and in her day she sailed majestically. There were few in her class. Faithfully she fulfilled her sailor's needs, but labor was overpowered by greed, and so the pilfered slow, causing scandal and row. Now things look dull, she's at a lull. She could barely sit on a hull, half we balling. Captain, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. I said no. I said no. Captain, you tell me what to do. In her day of sailing, she was a friend, a true friend to one and all. And in her day, she sailed majestically. No government doing bubble. And yes, well, she always did her best to help out those in distress. Now she don't have money, we have to beg Joffrey. Labor boys don't share, none of them care. We must vote them out, I declare. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know. We don't know. You tell me what to do. anointing. Suffering going on too long. Kenny must be blamed for all her failures. Labor must be blamed for doing us wrong. Now please remember, I'm warning you, we can't take 5 more years with this crew to hold the keys to her fault, cause we know who's at fault. So it's up to you, it's up to we, to give this ship to UWP. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. The oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we sit on it and perish slow? I say no, I say no. Team labor will have to go. I say no, I say no. Mama, we don't want them no more. I say no, I say no. Ale, get out the door. I say no, I say no. Mama, we don't want them no more. I say no, I say no. We don't want them no more. I say no, I say no. And we don't want labor no more. I say no, I say no.
Well, folks, a special good night to all our Caribbean American News media personnel. Thank you for being here with us. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, my friends. Sakafet. How is everything? How is everybody doing? Yes, it's Tuesday night, and it is, you know what it is. You know what time is it. I'm not going to tell you what time is it, but we are on here with our Caribbean American News media platform. To those of you over on our YouTube channel, greetings to you. And to those of you who are viewing us live on Facebook, blessings, man. Yes, I'm no judge today. Tonight I am the sheriff. Mama. Or swear I say sheriff la. So no need sheriff, no need judge, no need tooth bagay. Why is me Simuna? Greetings, my friends, greetings. Oh, my friends, all of us have our troubles, but we are alive, and so, amen. So, again, welcome. Please share the live as you join the platform. As you heard, we have an update. We have an update on this whole Dennery situation. And I can tell you, people are saying a lot of things. I've been reading a lot. I've been getting a lot of stuff, information, and it's mind-blowing. And we're going to discuss it. But the news is that tonight a statement was put out. I'm not sure if it's an official statement. I do not know. I saw the chief there in Dennery, Micah Landers, putting out a statement trying to clarify, what took place at the office. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to listen to that update, and then what we will do is to do our analysis. And as you know, I am not a judge, so I'm just going to be doing the legal arresting and everything else. That's my responsibility. What day wise me? That's what I'm going to do tonight, because if I don't put on this suit, you can't with him when you pass out with the sheriff lah. Because you got try to call this so you mama c'est moun la di bagay o dia Dennery. Je Dennery di bagay o dia. C'est pas tout je Dennery ou savent, mais c'est moun la qui pas they don't want to account. You know? To ask them to account ou ka mande se moun sa pou te we moun. So yo fâché. Mwen fâché. Yo fâché. Mama, yo di bagay telman modou, hein? Mama, se moun la di bagay telman, me mwen hadizo, when I was the judge, mwen hadizo, yo sa decisively, they have to account to the people. To the people. Where? Now, you know, little did they know that all these information would be out. You know, my question is, right, in the whole matter, forgive me if I don't greet your friends, but you know you're all welcome here. Tout moun welcome. Everybody, tout moun. The hacks are welcome. The non-hacks are welcome. The independents are welcome. Tout moun welcome. So, yes, I am a Christian. I'm a minister of the gospel. And yes, I deal with social issues. And yes, I also deal with the politicians. I deal with crookedness. I deal with everything else, whatsoever it is. All right? I am just being... I am being a practical Christian. I'm not being a hypocrite. I'm not hiding in no closet to tell you, I like Chasney, and I like Philip J. and blah, 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 and moi, ouch, et moi this, et moi that. Ma is hypocrite. That's right, like moi. If it's a hypocrite you want, and I know what you're asking, monsieur, c'est pas step, monsieur, pas ni degree, monsieur, pas ni rien, monsieur, c'est have 7 days. Listen to me. No matter what you say at this point is going to change the fact that you got to account. Huh? Yes, nothing is going to change that. So, as I said to you last night, when you finish with all your name calling and your mépris and everything else, come, let's have a conversation. Let's account. Huh? Last night we heard from one band leader. And the band leader sounds genuine. The band leader said, those of you who saw the video, she said a lot. And one thing I gather from it is that you guys stopped communicating with them. No more communications of Phoenixa. No more communication. And so the band leaders now are like, wait a minute, there were deadlines given. You said by this time we will hear something, and they're hearing nothing. And then they're hearing a whole set of gibberish and belele online. But up to this day, there's no meeting that was called. A matter of fact, today there should have been a meeting called, scheduled, to meet with the band leaders. Huh? Yes, there should be a meeting called. And yes, there should be a meeting called with the Carnival Committee and the council, the Dennery South Council. And yes, the minister, Mr. Prosper, I know he was in cabinet in session today. Yes. We deserve to hear something. Yes, we deserve to hear something from him. And that's our problem. Accountability. It has never happened. Tout moun ka fè sa yo vle. They want to take the barrel, the new wheelbarrow that was bought. They want to take it to their homes to do their own personal work. You're just playing ek yo ale. No accountability. A new shovel, you're playing ek yo ale. No accountability. That's how we want to move. UWP workers, send home. They ain't renew contract. This and that. Yeah. We call you back. Come back home. Come back. Everything is good now. No accountability. People do what they want. And I spoke specifically about a girl in that office who believes that office is hers. Yeah? She know who I'm talking about. You know yourself. You like to gossip. Yeah, you like to talk about people. Yes, you know who I'm talking about. Yes, you know yourself. So right now you're angry. And there is nothing you can do with that anger but stifle yourself. Why? You can't do me nothing with your anger. 2, you can't do anybody else nothing with that anger. You have to account. Why? Because it is not the SLP office. It is the Dennery South Council office. So no matter what you do, right now you're stifling. And I know that's your problem. See a doctor. I can't help you. I'm only the sheriff. The judge did what he had to do last night. Now the sheriff is in town. Where? A new sheriff is in town. Yeah, and there will be accountability. So here's this, folks. A video came out with, and by the way, let me ask a question. Is it true? Is it true that $15,000 or $20,000 was spent on a stage in Dennery for carnival? I'm just asking the questions. I'm not saying you all did. Again, I am asking the questions. So is it true that a stage, a performance stage, was engaged, was secured, and around $15,000 or $20,000 was spent only on a stage? I'm just asking, friends. So instead of stifling, you might as well just be transparent and let us know what is happening in Dennery. And a matter of fact, there are other areas in Dennery that we come in for. Yes, all crooked things will be straightened out in Dennery going forward. Yes, so let's talk. So yes, my question stands. Was it $15,000 or $20,000 that was spent on a stage? I'm going to ask that question again. Dennery South. Was it $15,000 or $20,000? Was it? I'm asking because I don't know. Wise me. I am only the sheriff. I'm asking the questions. All right. When the sheriff asks questions, you answer. Now, if you get rude with the sheriff, you can be arrested, you know. Yeah, man. You can be put on timeout. Man, where's all the flash? Ooh, you're steaming. Viens Vinci. Voler. And some of your family in the States. Si mo chebe mi se garçon, si mo chebe mi che, na create immigration pour mi che. Mo ki immigration na create yo. So let me ask you. So when you call immigration for me, where are they going to send me? St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Barbados, Antigua, Grenada. They're sending me to meet you all in Dennery. Yeah, man. They're sending me right in Dennery. Exi of moi Dennery, c'est plus toi car so pas créer immigration. Quitte moi ici. Moi premier ici. Oui. Yeah, leave me right here. Oh, good. Well, let me go on the issue. I just give you all time to share the live so that other folks can come in. But let me talk. Let's talk. All right. So, yes, I just want to know that question. There's no need for anger. I just need that question answered. Was it 15 or 20,000 you guys paid for the stage? And if the answer is yes, why 15? Why 20,000? Could we not have done something different to save money, knowing that we have the band leaders, we have other persons to be paid at the end of the session? We know that these band leaders, persons would have invested their time and their money in the matter. So who really helped you guys to put this budget together. And now you think I don't have the budget and I don't know the figures. I don't have it, right? But I'm just asking questions. You know, the sheriff is the sheriff. And the sheriff had a long, long day of gathering his information together. But let's go over to let's go over. Share the life, tag a friend, man, tag fellas, tag people. Bro, hey, one life to live. Let me enjoy myself. The Bible say after death comes the judgment. Keep them back me. Right now, y'all just need to answer questions. That's all. Because after we finish with y'all, then comes a judgment. Yeah? Y'all judgment, not mine. Okay? So this is just accountability. So let's go to the release from Mr. Micah. Yes, he
person.
Today
I want to assure you that all funds
he
we
released
received
something
from Events in Lucia.
And we are going to, let me see if I can share my screen so that, we can hear what is happening. Let's listen to him.
We utilized for the successful execution of Carnival opening, Juve, and the 2 days of Carnival celebration. Historically, our prize distribution for Carnival events has adhered to a specific standard, with first prize being $3,000, second prize at $2,000, and third prize at $1,000. However, I would like to inform you that as of today, September 12, there are no outstanding debts except for the payments owed to the participating.
Okay, so bring it back to me, Mr. Cameraman. Bring it back to me. So this is Micah, and he is clearing the air. He's being transparent. He's providing you the information that we asked. Yeah. Okay. Good. So wait till all right. So he's saying basically at the beginning here that the first prize $3,000, second prize $2,000, and another prize $1,000. So let's look at this, right? So you can only there's only one first prize, of course, and one second prize and one third prize. You guys got to help me. I'm not in carnival. I'm not in bacchanal. I'm a Jesus guy, so I am not into carnival. Wind down low and wind your waist up and wind it across. I don't do them things. I dance for Jesus. My face back, I say, but I just helping you all. So there is first prize, there is second prize, and there's third prize. First prize $3,000, second prize $2,000, and $1,000 for the last run up. The third, whoever comes third, will get that little something. Okay, so let's look at it this way. If that is the case, that we're looking at $6,000 SCD in prizes. I don't know if there's anything else. Monkey Sheriff Lausaf, Kitemo Pale. Brethren, I don't know if there is any other prize that should be given, but let's deal with the prize ceremony for the bands. There were winners, there were first and second and third winners. So now we're waiting for a date so that they can get their prize money. Let's not look at anything else. We'll deal with the other things after. Okay. So you mean to tell me you guys sat budgeting? You guys sat budgeting, the Dennery Carnival Council and the Dennery South office. You were given, first of all, you told the people it was $65,000, but we now know that it is $75,000. We tell her. All right? So, you guys got $75,000 to manage. In this $75,000, you would have, 4 persons were charged $20 to go into some Juve or some other thing you all do. I don't know what it is, but $20 per head. And I heard that these places, these venues were sold out. Latine Montelma. It was a lot of people. And I'm sure nobody got in free except for government people, and also the council members wouldn't pay $1 to go in. They go in free, of course. Maybe they're bringing one or two of their families free. You know how they do things, come in. Don't pay. Come in, you get a free pass. So let's say we lost a little $1,000 in free passes or $2,000 with them telling their friends to jump over, come through. Tell them it's me. Tell them I'm your cousin. Tell them I'm your boyfriend. Tell them I'm this. Tell them I'm that. Tell them I'm your job. I'll come through. Yeah. We know how it goes already. We're going to break down all them corruption. We'll fix them. That's what you call corruption, by the way. If you're supposed to pay $20 and they're squeezing you in. But let me go back to the deal. So you guys, $75,000 you guys had to play with. And I'm sure you guys you had an estimated income in your budget. Or your budget would have been incomplete, of course. On your budgeting plan spreadsheet, you would have had the prizes, you would have contribution to the bands. Let's just use the $500. Okay? Now, give me a minute. My calculator is out. I am not a mathematician. My daughter is. Philip Jeppe will come for me. So I am not the mathematician. It's my wife and my daughter. Me we tell her we talking tonight. I come in. We tell her. We doing work here. We ain't coming out of this case, You think we're coming off? We coming back again. Yeah, man. So let's say we have 500 by 8 bands. So let me write down something there. I ain't telling you all how much it is. You all hear the calculator ticking, tick, 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 tick. Also, I say mathematics no go there. I skip mathematics class, me. No, you see, hodia. All right, so bear with me, folks. Say, wait till na vini, y'all to a poese, that's what a poese. Let me go to the calculator. Take my word, mama. I couldn't sit on the carnival committee. But you probably can't pay somebody can't pay si mutela. Yeah. Oh Lord. Mama. Mutika fair wrong maths. Okay, so good. So now I can talk to you, friends. I have my calculations together. So let's do the maths. So you guys got the 75,000, which we have already established to manage. In your budget, you would have estimated an income. So let's say that you guys estimated that you're going to make an extra $20,000. Let's just say $20,000 extra. I'm sure you had drinks and foot and pig. You like pig and roast boost or whatever you do. You would have had that, right? So you have $75,000 and you would have estimated, I just put 20,000. So to me, you guys would have had in your budget a good $100,000 to manage. $100,000 for a community carnival. That would have been your budget. I am just saying. All right, this is me doing a budget in my head. For the council, of course, you sit on a committee. You would think about the stage, performers, security. I heard the police were there, so you didn't have to pay for security. But I'm sure you would say that you pay for security. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I'm just asking the questions. So you would have had the bands, the prize. So you would not spend all your money on the opening of Carnival and the stage. I am sure you would not do that. I am sure you would not do that. So my question would be, with a budget, let's say, of $100,000, where the money gone? But let's go over to let the brother finish, and then we will do our analysis to the paralysis. I use my friend Norbert. Remember, I flush come way because I had to give Norbert that's the man thing. Huh? Paralysis to the dialysis or dialysis to paralysis. I flushed myself. First time in history. A sheriff flushing himself. So you know the sheriff is either on too much water or too much Kool-Aid. But bear with me tonight. We will have a conversation. Huh? All right. So let's go over to our brother there in Dennery so that he can finish the story. And then we can come back to do the analysis to the paralysis. Hey, whoa, Sasho. Let's go.
It is essential to understand that the bands themselves made a post-event decision to decline the original prize amounts and requested an increase to $5,000, $4,000, and $3,000 respectively, among other prizes. Managing a budget is always a delicate task, and we had meticulously allocated all funds for their intended purposes. Consequently, we found ourselves in a situation where additional funds were required to meet the band's revised prize expectation. Regrettably, there have been rumors circulating about missing funds and financial discrepancies. I want to assure you that we are committed to transparency and accountability. We are actively working to secure the necessary funds to fulfill our obligations to the bands, and we intend to make all prizes available by the end of September. I appreciate your understanding and support at this time, and I am confident that we will resolve these matters in a responsible and fair manner. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. Your trust in our leadership is of utmost importance, and we are dedicated to upholding it and putting you first. Thank you, and may God richly bless you.
So my friend turned Christian there, so he pulled a Christian one on me there, so that one hit me.
Good morning, my great people of Dennery.
Wait.
I would like to address some of the risks.
Yeah, that one hit me a little there. That honestly, that one hit me. So, folks, well, ma'am, yeah, that Christian thing that hit me hard. Yeah, but let me go on. So, I have a lot of issues here. Just listening to it now, it has opened a can of worms again. There is even more questions than answers. There is even more clarifications that are needed now that this video came out. You all realize that, right? And I'm not putting pressure on Micah. Micah, you know, I mean, he came out and he did his best in trying to, because he said that, you know, they want to be transparent, and the council, you know, they want it to be transparent where people hear and see everything. But in this transparency, I felt that my glasses was painted with black paint and my ear drums were blocked up with caca-calbas. Well, whatever that is, I don't know. I hear it in St. Lucia, so moment past that, I don't know what it is or why it's me. But let's go on. And I'm particularly taking my time again to speak to you on some of the issues that I'm having just sitting here as a sheriff. Not as a judge. As a sheriff, I'm just looking at this and there's a problem. One, Micah said that everybody got paid except the bands. Everybody. The band declined the startup contribution of $500. That's what we heard from the leader last night. She confirmed that she did not hide anything from us. She said that they declined the amount. Why? Because there was an increase in allocation. So instead of $20,000, they now get $75,000 for the Dennery Carnival. All right, and like I said, bravo to the government for increasing the amount to our young people so that they can be creative, make their costumes, whatever it is. I don't support carnival. Remember that, okay? So the band members, all 8 of them, are saying instead of $3,000 first prize, we need $5,000 first prize. They are saying instead of 2,000 second prize, we need 4,000 second prize. They are saying instead of 1,000 for third prize, 3,000 would be better. Why? Because if you have 20,000 and first price is 3,000, of course, if your budget, if the allocation increase, then you expect everything to increase based on the times, because the same SLP government said to us that everything gone up. What you all want us to do? Everything, costume is expensive. There's supplies chain issues, and so everything is expensive now, more expensive. So then there is a $75,000 to help the bands. It's increased from 20,000. Folks, you understand what I'm saying? Increased from 20 to 75. And it seems to me that the Dennery Council wanted to keep the price at 3,000, 2,000, and 1,000, even with escalating cost of supplies, raw materials. They wanted to keep everything as is. So let's go over this slowly again. So they refused. Let's go back here. Let's go back to our original calculations. So between, let's stick to the 5,000, the 500 per band startup. Let's just say that 8 persons. Let's just say that. So you're actually looking at a $10,000 budget for the bands. That is included. What is included in this calculation for me is the original figures of 3,000, 2,000, and 1,000 in price, plus the 500 per band startup. So I'm looking at $10,000. $10,000. You mean to tell me at this point, the Dennery Carnival Committee, they are so bankrupt that they got to do fundraiser after they said to us it was the most successful carnival in the history of Dennery. Be careful with your mouth. Be careful what you say. It will be used against you. You said it was the most successful event in the history of Dennery. But you cannot find not even $10,000 at this point. You, a matter of fact, cannot even find $6,000 in prize money. After a successful carnival, you cannot find $6,000 to give in prize money. You cannot find not even $10,000 to give in prize money. In other words, there was a negotiation. There was a negotiation, and you guys agreed, I am sure, that you would follow the advice of the band leaders and you would have increased the money. So you would have sat there and said, okay guys, we'll have to pay more. This is the plan. We have more money, and let them continue with the bands and the parade. Let them do what they have to do. We will pay them the money. So you went into Carnival knowing that you are no longer going to pay them 3,000, 2,000, and 1,000. You went in the game knowing that there was a negotiations, and there were negotiations, and this is the conclusion: we got to pay more. A little birdie told me that when they asked about the allocation, somebody said from the council told them it's only 65,000 we get. And then they found out that it is not 65,000; it is $75,000. You understand what I'm saying, friends? I want to be very cautious. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But this is just basic common sense I'm doing here. And I'm not even a pro. I don't go to carnival. I don't know nothing about it. But I would think that if you sit in a committee and you have a planning committee, and you, like you said, you take budgeting so seriously. Budgeting is a very fragile thing that you would have known going forward after negotiations that you got to adjust the budget. So if you had to adjust your budget, let's say for instance you got a stage for $15,000 or $20,000. Now this is some smart person budgeting, knowing that there was an increase going forward for the band leaders or the various bands. So you say to the people, you got to fundraise to get the rest of the money. And to fundraise, you will need until the end of September to get monies that was allocated for this. This is money you had. This is money that was given to you. So nobody should be out of anything. You said that you take budgeting seriously, basically. And budgeting is something that, you know, you said it. Not me. Wise me. I know what somebody's going to come on and say, you know. You accusing everybody? You accusing? Listen to me. If I want to accuse, I accuse. None of you can do anything about it. If I want to accuse right now, I'm the sheriff. If I want to accuse, I accuse. I ain't accusing nobody. I'm just saying there's a problem in Dennery right now. And it's not going away too soon. It cannot go away. It cannot go away, not even after you find the money and you give it to them. It can't go away. No, sir. Because people got to learn that when you are placed in certain positions of authority and leadership, that it comes with great responsibility, and transparency is the key. No hanky-panky. And don't come here and tell me, Alan Chasney give away our vaccine money. Who you give it to, your cousin or your auntie? Which one? Who you give it to? I don't care about that right now. That's not the issue. Let's stick on the issue here. Chasney, he gives Joachim 5 how much acres of land for $1 for 40 years? That's not my business. You guys are selling the port and castries for 40 years. So don't mix up anything here, because we can mix up a whole set of stuff. And I'm telling you, we will unroot unrighteousness in Dennery. And we will declare Dennery a Christian community once again. Doka boy top one. Let's look at budget, doka sue some, because how can you know that you have to pay price money? And from since up till then, according to my stepfather, up till then, carnival finish and nobody can't get pay. You told the band leaders July, June, all fall down. It's September. Now you tell them the end of September. And I'm sure that they're hearing this on social media, and you guys have not had a conversation with those band leaders, all 8 of them, at a meeting. I am sure of that. And I'm sure you guys are talking now because Amun Lime Dife Abazo. Because I heard I was a rude one who told somebody, it is rumored, it is alleged, Majukba, but it is alleged that one of the council members in Dennery told either one of the band leaders or somebody or the band leaders that they have to wait. Rudely, they have to wait. Little Rudy, let me tell you something. Control your rudeness. Keep your rudeness for your family. Because them band leaders, they're not your kamawad. Your pa Timamayo, your pa Zanimo. They're just there to help with their community, with the art and culture. So if you want to be rude, my suggestion to you, open your own business and try that rudeness and see how far you go. Just advice. I mean, as a sheriff, you give decent advice because people like you got to feel the hard way. And I say that to every community group, church, organization in Dennery South. When you are in position, you don't pass your rudeness and your rash on people who don't know anything about your problem. So if you come from home with your home problems and you bring your home problem to the council and you pass it on an innocent person who don't even know your problem, then you have a major problem and you need to be removed from such position. When a member of the community of Dennery come to that office, they have a right to be respected and to be treated with dignity as a human being. Not like a mal cochon. No. And if you're having a bad day, stay the hell home. Don't go to the job. If you know you're out of control and any question is asked to you, you're rude, your mouth long, you're pushing up your mouth, you're insulting them, get out of the office and open your own company and go be rude there and see how long it lasts. Huh? So I'm putting you guys on notice and I'm putting all Dennerians on notice. Anytime you go to any of these offices and you are mistreated, you are bullied, call me. Call me. Give me the names. Tell me who it is. I'll deal. Because I'm not afraid of any one of them, you see. Somebody got to speak up. Somebody got to stand up bold against this victimization and this nastiness in our culture, in our society. Somebody got to stand up. Enough is enough. Our elderlies need to be treated with respect. They come to your office and you bully them, you treat them like animals. And especially if you know that they're United Workers' Party supporters, you already have your plan. No pa bay sa anye, ipate vote ba, no avye UWP kila. You should be deported from St. Lucia to the islet. You know why? You should be deported from Dennery mainland to the Dennery islet where you can live with the goats because you might be able to more converse with goats. And I said it. Because if you don't realize that you are there to represent all the people and to take care of all the people needs in Dennery, whether they voted for you or not, if you don't understand that concept by now, then all fall down. And I see how you guys operate. Some of you, you're rude. Some people are pleasant. There are some pleasant ones in the council. But my God, when you meet some of them, my God. But let me go back to this situation. I just wanted more people to come in as I tell you what I tell you. But I'm putting you guys on notice that from now on, the chicken hawk sheriff is on duty. And you shall treat every community member with the same dignity and respect that they deserve. From now on, we are going to play by the rules. Going forward, we're going to keep you in check. Oh, yes. I know you guys don't like Gregory now. You hate him. He's not one of you. He's not from Dennery Avier. Maaf ko isarte mi say a vie neg. Sasha King, she's not one of us. All of a sudden, because they asked for transparency, they're not one of y'all. They played football with y'all. They went to school with y'all. Some of you slept on the same bed. Some of you are families. Now, all of a sudden, you're pabo. When it comes to accountability, la pani famille di dansa. When it comes to government's business, la pani famille di dansa. No, there ain't no family. There ain't no family. We are people. We are human beings. Deserve equal opportunity to work with the Dennery Council. Equal opportunity for a fair salary. Equal opportunity for fair time. Equal respect. Yes, I said it. So enough of the abuse of our citizens in Dennery. And some of you have no patience with these elderly. Some of these elderlies have Alzheimer's, they have mental challenges, and you know that. Some of you know that you have to have patience with them, that you have to, you got to repeat something twice to them. You all do a lot. I see, I know, I see. You take extra lunch time knowing that these people are in line waiting. You lengthen your lunch time. You lengthen it, man. Pamela, my government is in power, oh. My cousin Prosper is in power. Not Este. Este say a vieux volé, he not in power. But look at what is happening in your community. Some people are embarrassed because they have heard this story one too many times in Dennery. And poor thing, they have no voice. They have no voice. But I say to you now, they have a voice. Anytime I get a call, I put in the system on, and I come in for you all. I come in. Somebody got to speak up for unrighteousness in our society. So let's go back to this. So Micah is saying to us, basically, that the council is broke. Y'all understand what's going on here? It's not even half of a year yet, It is not even 2024 as yet. The council just came out of a successful carnival. But the council is broke. Now, there is something that we heard in the clip. Micah say, we heard people speaking of missing money, and he never said nothing of that. Skipped over it. Did you hear him? No clarification whether there's missing money or not. So we are still assuming tonight that there is missing money. Those were our concerns, our questions. But after that clip came out, we are more confused. And folks, tell me, talk the truth. Are you not confused? I'm going to read your comments soon. Are you not confused like me? Are you not confused like me? A successful carnival, you're bankrupt. You have to fundraise. How are you fundraising? What is the fundraising ventures? Disco, dance, barbecue, fish sale, rum sale? What kind of sale? Coconut shell, copra, boost sale? What kind of sale are you doing? That's the question. What kind of sales are you going to do to fundraise to pay those people their monies over $10,000 by the end of September? And my other question is, what is Mr. Prosper doing about it? Has he gone back to the event St. Lucia and the minister, Mr. Healy, to ask for more monies because there's a shortfall? If he did not do that, then I'm going to speculate again. It means I say we're bagay. So more speculations. So the question remains on the table: is there missing money in Dennery? That's a clean question, a clear question. And thank you, Mr. Arnold. Remember, each of the band paid $250 to register only. So you giving them $500, right? But half of that money you have already taken from them. So they end up with $250. So I got like $250. Ash the popcorn. Ou pa we se manji so café? May I ask you again. They had to pay $250 up front. Registration. All 8 of them fellas, band leaders. You want to give them 5. So, in other words, let's say this. Basically, you're giving them what? You're giving them $250. That's what you're giving them, $250. $250. $250 cannot take all them 8 bands to Castries to shop at SNS. A matter of fact, they can get a ride to the Valley for $250. Folks, you understand that there needs to be an entire overhaul of the Carnival Committee and the Dennery South office. Everybody needs to just vacate. Clean it up. Bring Teacher Tony out of retirement. Bring him out of retirement. Just accurate tout calte no. He was my neighbor. Bring him out of Blue Haven on the hill. Or Blue Ocean or Blue Haven. His hotel on the hill by me up there. The only thing you don't have up there is a swimming pool. My Teacher Tony partner. Listen to me. Bring him out. On your Teacher Tony, your parties have a manji, sir. So I'm asking again, is there missing monies? And that's the question that we need to get an answer for. Is there missing money at the Dennery office? That's the question that we have tonight. You have already answered some of our questions. You said that by the end of September, this year, 2023, that you would have had the money. 2, you told us that you have to fundraise to get the money, which means I suspect that Mr. Prosper asks you guys fix that problem. That's your problem, not mine. If I was Prosper, I'm sure that's what I would have done. I'm just speculating, you know. And that's the scenario I have in my head, that maybe money is missing, maybe. We don't know. And if money is missing and somebody said to Mr. Prosper, you know, we're missing some money, I'm sure Prosper would come and say, whoever take the money, bring it back. And a good boss would say to everybody in the council, all of you are responsible. If none of you know where the money is, then all of you got to find ways to raise that money and pay the people. I wash my hands from it. Man, you're perfect, sir. Call you on the air, Caribbean American News Media. Oh, let me get you on the air. Go ahead. You're on the air.
All right, Gabriel. It's a band leader from Dennery Carnival.
Oh, you're a band leader?
Bacchanal Junkie. Yes, I am a band leader.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'm all air.
And my band is Bacchanal Junkie.
What's your band name?
Bacchanal Junkie.
Okay, good. Thank you, brother. Go ahead. We all air. Thank you for calling, all right?
Are you all right? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
All right. My question I want you to ask those band leaders, what is different this year from the few years back? Because I've done carnival in Dennery.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, there's no return in doing carnival in Dennery. It's mainly for the love of it, for our band.
Uh-huh.
It's mainly for the love of it, keeping the culture alive, and trying to bring people into Dennery.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
I have never received a dime.
Mm-hmm.
I have never gotten startup money. I keep hearing people saying that they have gotten startup money.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to figure out what is different this year. Is it because it's, the 70 or 65,000 or whatever it is that people are looking for? I am confused because, like I said, and one of the reasons I call is because whoever put this letter together, from the day that they posted their post, I got like about a few hundred calls asking me, am I the one who received the money because my name is not on the letter? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. So somebody actually sent me the letter.
But let me hold a minute. So let me ask you. So you did not take part in Carnival this year in Dennery?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, good. So you were part of the meeting with the other band leaders?
Well, no. I mean, the meeting, some of it was via WhatsApp, which is, remote. And
WhatsApp or Zoom?
I don't live in Dennery. Or Zoom.
Uh-huh.
I don't live in Dennery 24/7, but I have a band in Dennery. I am from Dennery. I have reps for my band in Dennery.
Yeah.
So all I'm asking is, with all what they were doing, they just decided to exclude certain people and include certain people.
So hold. So you just raising another kind of worm. So you are one of the band leaders, normally take part in the Dennery Carnival, but
yes,
you were not part of any discussion as to finance or anything.
Not exactly. What happened? Well, based on that letter, what happened is, I think it was sometime last week, somebody sent me a text early morning, waking me up from my bed, telling me that there's a letter that they want me to be able to, my band to read. Well, they asked, the first question is, are you the leader of Bacchanal Junkie? And I said, yes.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, we want to be able to put a letter out to the media, to the public, and we would like to know if you'd like to co-sign it. So I'm like, send me the letter so I could read what it is. And they said, okay, no problem. I will send you the letter. That person never did, but they sent me the info. They said, when I send you the letter, you need to send your information to to a guy called Kwan. I'm like, what information? They said, your logo, if in case you agree to the terms of the letter. I never got any letter, but about 2 hours after that, my phone was blasting with people calling me, asking me, did I receive the money, because they didn't see my name on the whatever letter that they put out there. So I actually had the person screenshot and send it to me, and I realized that, my name is not on there. And just a few minutes ago, somebody called me asking me, do I want to co-sign, but never send me the letter, but still went ahead.
So a few minutes ago,
the letter out.
A few minutes ago, somebody called you.
No, not today. I'm talking
not
about.
Today. Okay,
I'm talking about the very first day when the person called me.
Yeah.
I think it was a Saturday. I'm not sure if it was last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago, but I believe it was last Saturday.
Yeah.
Early morning that they sent me the text. I'm saying right after that, I think they called me at like about 8:35. My last text to them was like about 9:07. By 11 o'clock, my phone was ringing off the hook. People telling me about, are you the one who received the money, because your name's not on the flyer? And they said band leaders, and I don't see your name on the flyer, so I presume you're the one who received most of the money. I'm like, man, we don't get anything from Dennery. I mean, we put out a lot of money to put the product in Dennery, and we pretty much don't get returns, and we do it every year. Almost every year, unless we have disagreement with the committee. Sometimes we do have, and then we pull out.
Right.
So but my question is, what is so different this year than the few years before? And I've heard on many occasions, oh, well, they do get money for the bands, they get these, they get that, and all that kind of stuff. I've never received a dime. I don't complain. I mean, I do it for the love of it. But I'm trying to figure out what is so different this year. Is it because the amount of money we're talking about?
We will have to ask the other band leaders because I'm not into carnival. I'm not a carnival guy. A matter of fact, wish that it can be shut down. You know, but you know, it's true. I prefer to shut down, but there's an issue with accountability and transparency. That's why I'm here, not for carnival per se.
I do understand that. I do understand that.
But your question is what has changed? So
yeah, what is different this year from the few years back when they all receive money to, I guess, have or take part in carnival or give the band or whichever way you want to put it.
Yeah.
What is different when they're talking about this year than the few years prior?
Well, it seems to me, based on my assessment. Based on my assessment, what is different this year is that there was an increase in funds from 20,000 to 75,000, and there is right now none of the bands have received not even the prize money.
Okay, I understand that, but back then they still gave money, and they were still supposed to distribute money to whatever startup and to the carnival bands, and nobody went ahead and made a whole scene about it. That's just my question. I'm trying to understand.
Right, and let me also
for money.
I got you. And what also adds to us being here right now is that there is the accusation of missing funds from the office there in Dennery. I think that is what is really putting the spotlight on Dennery community right now.
I understand that, and my thing about that is I have never heard anybody from the ministry. It's just a hearsay.
Right.
Back and forth. I've never heard anybody said the amount of money that they were given. Dexter didn't say how much money they gave them.
Mm-hmm.
We have communicated back and forth, and they keep saying every time that dollar sign changes, it comes out from one thing to another to another to another. I've heard so many things about that dollar sign. This person, well, that event was supposed to get and they never got, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what it is. So I'm not going to speculate that it was 100 million or 73 million or 63 million. For me, I don't care. I just want to know what is so different, why all of a sudden we trying to threaten carnival in Dennery and be like, if I don't get paid, I'm not taking part in Dennery. I mean, carnival is not a business where you as a band leader expect to get money on the very first go. This is not going to happen.
Right.
It's something that you maybe need to be doing for 4 or 5 years to be able to say, all right, maybe I start to get, some clientele and, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is not a Johnny come lately, you just jump in the ring and expect to get $1 million on your first go.
I don't think they're expecting. I don't think they're expecting that. I mean, money was allocated for that purpose, and these people are community people. They have community. Of course, they went through with the carnival without this startup money and everything else. They forego it. But these people are community people who love their community and want to be part of community development. And for them to hear that there is money given,
wait.
Go ahead.
Wait, I have never known anybody in Dennery to get up startup money for carnival. If they do, then they exclude us. If that's the case,
but that's what they're saying. So it means that you don't know a lot of stuff about the financing of carnival in Dennery, because I am hearing that before the monies that was given to them, I believe from Events at Lucia or whoever it is, would have been $20,000. They would have been given to manage. and bands
Well,
would
I don't know a lot of stuff.
all bands would receive $500 startup money.
When in the past,
In the past, yes.
that's incorrect, Gato. What you're saying there is incorrect.
So help me
if
out
that's the
because
case,
I appreciate it. You help me out.
then if I don't think no, I think you're referring to what just happened. You're not referring to the past. You're referring to them saying that they would give all bands $500, and I believe that's where they decided that they want to decline that money because there's lots more money that we could get.
So you're saying
So I
that.
don't
So
think
where did
you're
we
talking
get?
about the-
So where did we get the idea of in the past the council getting $20,000 from the government for the carnivals in Dennery?
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Regardless of what the council got in the past, I don't know any band that has gotten money for startup. And what I'm saying,
Interesting.
if they do, then that means they were excluding us out of it.
I
and
got
not
you.
giving us money.
I
Because
got you.
if they get in and we taking part in Carnival,
You should get
we
to.
put a big production down there just like everybody else.
Right.
So
You
how
guys
come
should
we
have
don't get
known.
$500.
Right. You guys should have known
Right.
if that's
So
the case.
I don't
yes.
think you're talking about. I don't think you're talking about stuff that happened in the past. I think what you're mentioning is what they were talking about for recent, which is Carnival that just went by. That
Well-
they were supposed to give each band $500, and they declined that because they felt it was not enough based on the amount that I guess is said that was given to the committee for Carnival.
So it's clear to me because I had one of the band leaders on last night, and she made it
Well, I
clear.
heard that.
Right, you heard, right? So I'm sorry that
Yeah, but
she's
she
not
didn't say
misleading.
which band she was.
No, but I appreciate you. Disclosing your band, and maybe she don't want to.
Well, you see, and that's what I hate when people come on board and they want to talk and don't say where they're from and who they are, because I could maybe say that she's not even a band leader or a band member. She must probably just wanted to jump in and say, if you want to come on board and contribute so that people could understand what's going on, you need to say, who you are. And they talk about transparency and all that. I read the letter. And there's a whole bunch of nonsense that to me I just don't agree with, because if you're going to put that letter out there, you calling me, but you're not giving me a chance. You never sent me the letter, but you went ahead anyway and posted online. And my phone is blowing up because everybody's laughing at that, calling me and asking me, are you the one who got that all that money? Because I didn't see your name on the flyer, and I don't know who the other person is because it says eight of them, and now it's only 6 people on there and all that kind of stuff. So if you're talking about transparency and that's I think communication or whatever phrase that they wanted to use in the letter, I think they themselves stuck at their own thing that they want to blame other people for doing. I mean, I don't care what they do or how they want to do it. I've never looked for any money in Dennery Carnival. We do it for the love of it. It costs at the end of the day. I mean, if you're going to do that, you need to know that you got to be careful as to how you're spending money in Dennery, because you're not going to get a return where you don't feel like, all right, I made a profit. That's not going to happen.
So there's a problem with
right.
So there's a problem with budgeting and
What is
planning.
different?
There's a problem with budgeting and planning, because if throughout the years there is no returns on the event, and then you are spending heavily early in the game, knowing that in your budget you got to provide prize money, first prize, second prize, third prize, and then you have to give assistance to the bands, then I believe there's a problem with budgeting there in Dennery also, and a major one too.
Oh, yes, and that has been from day one that I've been in Dennery Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
It has always been that way. I keep hearing that, we didn't have enough of money and we spent so much, or this person spent, that much, and, they never had enough money.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, yes, maybe there's a problem, but my question is, what's so different with all that blah, blah, blah going on in Dennery for Carnival? I understand here everybody wants money, because at the end of the day, it costs to put, a production to be part of the culture. It does. But I cannot understand the difference from this year to the years before, where I never received a dime.
Maybe you,
I mean, the only time
maybe
I
you
could say
didn't.
that maybe
And like
I
you
got-
said,
I-
like you said, you did it for the love of country, and even though they had given it to you, you would not have taken it.
Well, I mean, one year we did. I think we came in third, and we donated that money to. I think it was a home or some. I forget what it was, but
Well, not
we
everybody
donated the
might,
money. We
not
never
all
kept-
the band leaders might be well off like you, where you you donate your
No,
money.
no. Don't get that. No. Don't, let's not screw it up. I'm not well off. Let's not screw it up. I'm not well off. I don't want anybody to think of it that way.
So you
I just think that
So it
when
means.
I go into that,
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry for
I'm
interrupting.
saying when I go into that, I know the consequences of trying to put a production together, getting all your feathers and this person and tailor that, and you might not get, what you think you want to get. So sometimes, it happens all over the world. It's not there is not the first. I mean, I've done carnival a few places, and sometimes we expect to get, a million people, and hey, we fall far behind, and we still have all our costumes there with us, and we got to figure out, all right, what we got to do with it.
So why report to the people?
I mean,
But my question is, why report to the people that you had a successful carnival?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's just how they do things.
So,
I mean,
if you lost money in carnival, I mean, do you not go back to the drawing board and try to fix that? Why would you come to the people and say, well, we had the most successful in history? How do you do that? Are you lying to the people? Are you misleading the citizens of the country?
Well, I mean, I think they should be upfront. I listened to Dexter, who made a statement, and that statement, based on what I'm hearing, that doesn't. I don't know why he made it. Or he's live or whatever you want to call on Facebook. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say, well, we will give you X amount of money. He just said that they decline, whatever agreements with whatever monies and blah blah blah. It doesn't even say, how much you get as at the prize giving ceremony. And I believe they are dealing with the money. I mean, it's obvious when nobody could have a straight answer as to when, what day, how you get in the money, and stuff like that. It's just,
there was no real.
I mean, the only reason I get right, and the only reason I guess he came on board is, hey, the pressure is on them now because everybody's on their back. So I guess somebody needs to, show face and say what's going on.
Yeah, somebody needs to clarify.
But, again,
yes.
Well, whatever he said, it was just, to me, it wasn't clear enough. It doesn't even say anything. It just says that we will give you money. It doesn't say how much we're giving you.
And thank you for your contribution. Thank you. Appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Okay, my brother.
If somebody could come on and say what is different, so I could understand.
Okay, then. All right, brother. Okay.
All right, then.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Okay. So, friends, there, there you have a band, one of the band fellows there in Dennery saying that he didn't know that money was involved, but then he also said that he 1 year received third prize. So I am not sure. And that's why, again, transparency is important, because you have speculations, you have a lot of stuff going on. Folks, the number is 929-586-1821. Anybody want to call to speak on the issue? Remember, I don't care about carnival. I don't care a hoot about carnival. What I care about is transparency when you're dealing with government. Transparency when you're dealing with organizations. Transparency when you are dealing with public money. I don't care which government you support. I don't care where you're from. Whether you're PSLP, whatever it is, any human being at all. When it comes to organization, when it comes to monies, especially monies that were donated for a specific cause, I believe there need to be a higher level of accountability and transparency. And maybe that is what we are missing in this whole discussion. I believe now this is much bigger than the bands who are still waiting And by the way, here is it means that your carnival bacchanal thing is not completed as yet. Because if you have not had the closing event where you are having your prize giving ceremony, it means that your carnival is still going on up to September, the end of September. Am I right? Am I wrong? Huh? Because the exciting part of it is where the winner come forward and they're proud that I'm the winner, I'm the champion. But the champion have not received his money. I'm sorry, somebody was trying to call me on the other line, but you'll have to call 929-586-1821, 929-586-1821 in order to get on the line. So, folks, you see how the more we discuss it is the more we're opening, some serious problems, defects in the system. So we have somebody there. Let's go over to our Facebook account. But I saw a call coming in. So it was coming through the wrong number. It is 929-586-1821. You can do that through WhatsApp. You can call through whatever you want to call. But the number is 929-586-1821. Wow. And I'm happy that we're having this conversation because here we have a band leader saying that I don't know that we had to get startup monies. I've never received startup monies. I didn't know that money was involved until now. What can I say? Okay, so let's read here. So we have caramel sugar. I'm unable to make the call. My service is really poor down here, but lots of lies. So this individual sounds like she has some information. She has some knowledge about the whole situation that we're discussing. And she's saying that my first caller tonight, is not accurate. He's not coming forth with the truth. He's not giving the right information. Folks, you can read under the live. But let's go under the chat room and let's see what our folks are saying here. But folks, the line is open. It is 929-586-1821, and that will get you live on the air. Okay? So let me just scroll up a little bit because on my next program we're also going to look at Mr. Pear and his statement concerning Mr. Richard Frederick's visa, and also what took place in the House concerning the St. Jude's project. That one, I'm carefully going through the House sitting. I spent a little time going through it earlier today, but there is some developments there that we'll want to bring to your attention. Also, again, Mr. Pear is saying, well, he don't know why people are all up in hands or up in the air concerning Mr. Government minister getting his visa to go to the United States. And I would say that's disingenuous. It's not a good statement. You know well, Mr. Prime Minister, why all the excitement is because of your party and what you said about the man. And I would say to you, if you guys, the St. Lucia Labour Party, this is for you while we wait for calls. If you guys want to say to us that we lied on the honorable member, Mr. Frederick, and we caused him all this pain and suffering, then tell us that you have apologized to him. Tell us that you wrote the embassy and corrected your ways. Tell us that something changed, but don't come and pretend like you don't know why all the excitement, why people want to know about his visa. You guys started it. You guys were the ones responsible for him losing it in the first place. So if you apologize to him, fine. It's okay to tell us. It is okay to tell us, but don't come and bamboozle anybody over here as if, something's straight. I don't know why. As if something is going on here.
And usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone and usher him out. Take his microphone. Just a minute. Just a minute.
And that's what we got to say. Stay away from the mic. Stay away from the press. If you're going to be doing that to the people of St. Lucia, you know why they're acting up. You know why. So just stop it. Stop it right now. And say to us, when the question is asked, just say, look, as a Labour Party, we said a lot about the man. We wrote to the embassy. We went over to the embassy. We called for him to resign. We placed a lot of pressure. We said a lot of things. And he lost his diplomatic visa. And now we realize that all what we said was a lie. It was not the truth. We misled you, the people. And so we have fixed the situation, and we do apologize to the people of St. Lucia, and we apologize to the Honorable Richard Frederick, and allow the man to live free, allow the man to be able to breathe, allow him to be able to focus on the country's business and not on a visa. But tell us something. It's the same thing happening in Dennery. Tell us something, for God's sake. And that's why we asked you the question, is there monies missing in Dennery? The answer is yes or no. Story closed. Story's closed. It's done. We already know that you're going to fundraise until the end of September to pay the people their money. We understand that. You've also said to us that everybody else was paid. Tout muna hen la ayo. So right now, I would say, if Dennery Council is right, is telling us the truth, congratulations to you, Dennery Council. You paid everybody else except the bands. Congratulations to you. You have zero funds in your account. And now you have to raise money to pay them. But you have paid everybody else. Tout muna hen pay. So that's close enough. You almost made it. You almost made it. Yes. Somebody said Philip Trippe is going to be in Miranda. Y'all want me to go over there? Moi, mem. Kusa you kai trim. Moi, mem. Why is Bill? The last time I went there, a family, what you doing in here? The press secretary watching me and staring me down and taking my picture, all kind of thing with her phone. Moi, say a star. What you doing in here? Huh? So in the government of St. Lucia town hall meeting, not the Labour Party meeting I went to, I went to the people of St. Lucia's meeting with the government of St. Lucia. And that's the attitude. Why are you asking questions? You all in the diaspora. Why are you all coming up here to harass us with your all meetings? If we can't speak about the issues in the country, why come up here in town hall meeting? Why? Why you want to talk to us? Allow the US government to talk to us. Why you want to talk to us if we can't speak about the issues that are affecting our families, our communities, our friends? Huh? Get out of here, folks. If I go to that town hall, I ain't going in sheriff. Manda, I ain't going to know in my sheriff outfit. I go in my US Army suit. Because manese munsa have moi même ma pushas. Why is me? Ma pushas like yo. Laisse mon ave yo voga sa. Sa saw yourself. Moi where you only got two fe money but money pour create 911. We got two fe because my way. Anyway, let's we have a call coming in. Let's take this call, and we're encouraging the band leaders to call 292-586-1821. Caller, you're on the air, Caribbean American News Media.
Hopefully, good evening, Brother Garfield. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, it's a good evening, yeah.
Hopefully, the band leaders don't kick me out again.
Once they call, we put in you flat down.
Well, and that's fine as long as once they calling, we need to know. So hey, and they're the ones who can give some more clarity on what's going on.
That's right.
Brother Garfield, I saw that Mr. Michael Landers came out with a response to, well, I don't know what the response, I listened, but the response did not have clarity as per what was being asked of Michael and the council, or from Michael and the council and the government by extension.
Yeah.
And I say the government by extension, not because I'm getting political, but the government made it their business this year to ensure that, that there was the best carnival in St. Lucia ever. So, did they grow the budget for carnival? Yes. Did they go out and give monies to all the councils? Presumably so, maybe more, and we assuming because we don't know. Michael still hasn't answered the questions. Michael, you're being asked how much money was given to the Dennery Village Council for Carnival, for the event of the Dennery South Village Council for Carnival in Dennery South. You're also being asked how was this money's allocated. So we want the entire amount. Then we want the allocations, because you would have had Kiddies Carnival. You would have had the Public Queen show. You would have had maybe a party. You'd have had different things, And why haven't the bands not been paid if that amount was made a larger amount to accommodate payments to the bands? I hope I'm making sense, Brother Garfield.
Let me tell you, caller, I just got some information here. I actually have in my possession now the payment spreadsheet. Oh my God, folks!
Fabulous. So, so will we hear about the payment spreadsheet, or are you going to wait for Michael to come out, or someone from the council to come out and say that?
I'm going to do it right now because they did not give us any information, so I'm going to present it to the viewers. Please share the live now. We're going to go into some troppy waters. So go ahead, my friend, and then I'm going to go through this list right away.
Yes. So I guess the clarity that we're asking for, we may have received it right now, but Garfield may have received it. However, there is no confirmation from the council that this is correct.
They will confirm
it.
So
are we still speculating?
No.
Or will they run again? Because last night you came out and you spoke and people made their voices be heard. And Michael finally comes out today and he says, oops, let me read from a teleprompter or whatever it was in response to what they were asking. Michael, you still have not responded to the questions that were asked. And I think I asked them when I first started, so I need not repeat myself. The people deserve answers, and the people deserve answers now. This should not drag on for much longer.
Okay, let me answer Matthew Prosper. Matthew Prosper, I realize you're coming for a fight. And that fight is not going to help the situation tonight. And you're asking me, and I'm going to read Matthew Prosper. Garfield, who are the people that you are pastoring? I will ask you, who are the people that you, Mr. Matthew Prosper, you're protecting in Dennery? Who are they? That's the pertinent question tonight. Matthew Prosper. Who are the people you and your cabals are protecting today? Don't ask me foolishness. I have no time time
And
for
I applaud that.
I have no time for garbage tonight.
I applaud that. There's a specific lady who does not like the flush button, but I applaud that this specific lady also has to realize that the flush button is not an insult. It is to ask people, to tell people who coming under this life to create chaos and confusion that, and to bring their insults, because they always come with a lot of insults
So they
that
can't
they don't, their insults are not welcome here.
they can't answer the question. They can't come here to clarify, but they send their people like Matthew Prosper to come and speak junk on social media. Matthew
I take it,
Prosper,
Matthew
let me tell you
Prosper.
something. You get yourself together, you hear me? We are dealing with big people business here. Pati mamai, paparai mamai. Kika Alicia. Accountability we're talking about. So not because you are Prosper, you come in here with your foolishness. Take your foolishness to Dennery South. You walk down there tomorrow, Matthew Prosper, and bring a report to us. You go and help them to raise money to pay the band their price. Don't come with your foolishness. Y'all must know your place. That's what y'all need to do. Know your role. Don't come here and try to bully me and ask me nonsense. Mr. Prosper was elected to serve the people of Dennery. The council was put together to serve the people. Don't come here with your garbage like I am coming and like I'm talking about your family business or some private business you have in Dennery. I'm speaking about the people's business. So by having many betis who ici avant, wash your face and go to bed with your nonsense. But let we deal with the people's business. Mardi da magie as well, Uzav.
Yeah. You know what? And I support that, Brother Garfield.
Bunch of crooks.
I support that because if people are asking for clarity, something that was promised, transparency, we heard it over and over throughout the years. Oh, they want transparency. Oh, they will give transparency. Oh, this, or that. Are we transparent? Are they transparent if anything in St. Lucia? Where are the deals for our ports? What happened to the monies that were allocated to the different councils for the carnival? Where are these monies allocated? How do we know where taxpayers' money, and I say taxpayers' money, how do we know how it's spent? How do you know what's going on here? We have a budget. Have we seen 2 cycles of a budget? What have we seen from these 2022, 2022, we had a budget. 2021, we had a budget. 2022, we had a budget, I think. 2023. 2023, we've had 2 or 3 budget cycles. Have we seen where that money has gone to? Have we seen anything? Are we told anything? Do we know? We don't even know how much St. Jude's is going to cost, but we're borrowing $201 million to finish St. Jude's. If you don't know how much a project or a house or whatever you're building or creating or designing is going to cost, how do you know how much money to borrow for it?
Yep.
What kind of back to front stuff is going in St. Lucia? So anyway, because we on the Dennery thing tonight, we still expect answers from the Dennery Council and Mr. Prosper. Now, Matthew, you brought Mr. Prosper into that. Again, Mr. Prosper, we are holding you accountable to say how much money Dennery South was given for Carnival, and where those monies, how much was allocated to what. We need a breakdown, and why there is fundraising to be done to pay the band members, especially if the total amount allocated to Dennery was much higher this year. Thank you, Brother Garfield. On that note, I'm going to say good night and let somebody else call.
Yeah, we're going to go right through. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to go right through with the information that I just got. And
okay.
Yeah, We're going to go right through that. Thanks. So, folks, let me just read to you the budget. I'm not going to put it up on the system. I'm just going to read to you what we receive here tonight. Y'all need to stop. Honestly, y'all really need to stop this bullying. Don't come here and try to bully me. You can't bully me. Don't come here and try that nonsense, man. Let's get to work. We're going to get to work. Even though it's my mother in wrong, I tell her she's wrong. My wife, anybody, they're wrong. You come in here with your last name as if you're a big bully. Somebody's talking about your business. We're talking about the government's business. That's what we're talking about. If you know your family was going to go into politics and it's going to be a family business, then you could have gone to the islet and form a government there. But if it's on the mainland, listen to me, you're in the people's house. Yeah? You're in the people's house. So relax yourself and pay attention. You might learn that you should have been paid too. You might learn that too, ain't it? Yeah, man, relax yourself. Don't make me turn Jamaican on you, man. Relax yourself, man. Back a yard. Yeah, man. There we go. If you had to learn, fine. If you had to help make things better, fine. Me pavini say challenge me. Who I'm leading? I ain't leading no goat. No, I lead sheep. Yeah. And a sheep will never ask such stupid question. Anyway, go back, Ayla. Go back, Ayla. Mama, it's a lot. So let's go to the first page. And I'm going to read it. Let's read it. Prosper, if you want to talk about monies that was squandered in the past, we'll have a separate program for you on that. Tonight we're dealing with Dennery. Don't mix things up, all right? Fine, we can talk about monies that you thought was misspent and misallocated. Of course, we can talk about that because we got to be fair. But tonight we're dealing with a specific matter, so don't come and try nothing there. We got you. So here, I'm going to read to you, folks, and I'm quoting from documents that I just received, payments for opening of the Dennery Carnival. There is a spreadsheet. So let's go over here. So we have, my eyes is not too focused at the top. We have for a Jean-Baptiste amount paid $3,200. Outstanding balance $3,000. There's a salary. I'm not giving the first name because I want to keep people confidential. Amount paid $1,750. Zero balance. Security. Sorry. I'm the security and I ain't get paid. But let's go, sorry. Something I saw there. I'm not going to call this name. We will do a separate program where I will put that thing on the screen and we go through it one by one. Let's wait for them to react on what I'm doing here. All right. And then we will come with everything. So security was paid $6,450 paid. Zero balance. Security. $6,450. Stage rental. $1,500. Stage decor. $880. Zero balance. Solar heating and electrical supplies. I don't understand what that is. Solar heating and electrical supplies. $2,642. Zero balance. Caribbean event. $2,555. Stage manager and lighting services. $1,795. A balance of $1,445. Balance means they're owing those people, I'm sure. I'm seeing the names. All the names are there. Mistress of ceremonies. $600. Zero balance. Master of ceremony. $450. So wait. So you have the mistress of ceremony. Now let's hope this information is right. Let's just assume tonight that what I'm reading to you, it is the right information. Assume. They will clarify it tomorrow. So here, and this is on a breakdown list. So let's go back again, right? Mistress of ceremony, she gets $600. The master of ceremony, he gets $400. So they're doing the same job, but one gets 6 and one gets 4. That's what we are seeing. Okay. Sounds. I'm not going to call that full name. Sounds. $1,005. Zero balance. Hey, I'm seeing names. Steel pan performance. $150. Zero balance. That one I'm not telling you about the talent. $1,100. DJ. $400. Mama. All them DJs getting different figures, huh? Medical coverage, $400. A total spend on this spreadsheet that I have of $25,372.50. This is just one spreadsheet. I have another one to go through. So $25,372.50. I come in. Oh. Let's go to the other side. Okay. That person get, I don't know what REB is, and this is for the opening. This person got 3,200. Another person there, salary person, gets $1,750. $1,750. Yes, we have the stage rental, $1,500. I think this is the same thing, opening event. This one is much clearer. Let me see. Mystery, yes, much clearer. Let's go to another one. Let's go to another one. What is this saying here? Payment for Juve of Dennery Carnival. We have signatures. We have dates. Some of those days, those persons were paid on the dates. Let me look at the dates. Bear with me, folks. This is raw information, all right? Okay, and it shows that this is this year. And it says Dennery Carnival. Signatures look genuine. It says 05/07/23. Persons sign, I suspect, for their monies. And we have, let me see who. Rental of trucks, an outstanding bill. That one is blocked. Mawesa. Rental of stage, 2005. Juve, heating and electrical, 1003. There's a girl there, a Williams, $300. She didn't sign for her money as yet on that paper. There's another person, 1,003. There's a master of ceremony, 450. I have the names there. We have a DJ fella, 600. We have a DJ something, 450. We have some song people, 1,500. They signed for their monies. We have some music person there, 800. We have another song person. That person got, bear with me folks, it's raw data. This person got $1,200. They signed for their money. We have a person there, 350. We have names. We have another person, 1,242, but the person there is no information there as to what they're being paid for. So that person, their name is there, but there is a check for $1,242.50, but that person, there is no signature there, and it has not. There's only one thing I see that says paid, but all the others, what you see there is signatures and date when they received their money, and that was 0507. You think about it, 23. And I know this person at the bottom. The person at the bottom, I know them. $1,500. That person, it doesn't seem that person have received their monies because there is nothing close to it. There is one more. My belly full. We have here judges, $750. The judges was paid. We have catering, $3,100. Bear with me, folks. My phone is. We have catering, $3,175. That person was paid 040723. We have drinks. That number is not clear, but it looks like 3,170. Signature person collected their money. We have security police officers, $15,000. Police officers, security, $15,000. $15,000. There's another name there. That name, some of these, you can see some of them are related, but they're service providers, of course. That name pops up again. This person gets another check of $2,250. Mm-hmm. There is another person here with a $300 check. And there is a note. Okay. Okay. All right. So I am going to step up on my investigations because I saw something there. And I got it. I got you folks. I got you. And this was for I found I recognize some of the names, folks. That's why I'm laughing. I found a new life. So we have a total of $42,477.20. And that is for, let me tell you what event that is for. That is for Juve. Juve cost the Dennery Carnival, based on what I am seeing, $42,477.20. Now, let's assume this is the right document, but I'm seeing signatures, of course, and I'm seeing names, so just bear with me, folks. I'm a little miserable tonight. Yeah. I'm going to ask my contacts to do me a favor and send those proper documents to me via my email at Caribbean American News Network. If you go on the platform, you will see our email, our private secured email account. Anybody with information, please send it over there. And we're going to be on this case. Now we're seeing figures. Now we're seeing names. Now we're seeing companies. We're going to look into this. So we have $42,477.20 that was used for the Juve only. Huh? Yeah. So Juve alone, $42,000, and the security, it is $15,000 police security. I don't know how it operates, how you operate in St. Lucia, but if you have an event like Carnival, a national event, then you would just have to provide food and drinks for the police, of course. But I see an allocation there of $15,000 for police officers. I leave it for you to soak in, friends. Let me see if I have any other information. Oh boy. Okay, let me see here. Oh boy. Okay. So we'll gather those information that I'm getting. We will gather them together, and I will have to put together, after investigating, I will have to ensure that I have to confirm. I'm just shocked out. I got to move my hat because, whoa, I got to move my hat. Well, man, got to move my hat and drink water. But we will look into it a little more. We'll break it down. We'll put it on the screen so that you can see. But the problem is that there are names. There are names that are on there, clear names. And in some of the signatures, the name next to the person who should be paid, the signature says another name. So let's look into it, friends. Let's take one more call and we'll get off this live, because I see why Matthew Prosper is coming for me. Hi, Matthew. How are you? Don't get mad, man. Let's work it out. Let's work it out, okay? So the question still remains, is there monies that are missing at the Dennery office? And until that question is answered, we'll continue to ask the question. All right? And like Rosemary asks, where the money gone? I don't know what bank it is, but it went into something. I don't know. It went into expense. Yeah. Wow, let's read comments quickly. Somebody asked, did the Prosper family have a band asking for someone? Elita says, Pastor, too much heat. Mark said, how much Matthew Prosper got? D. Williams and Lincoln Pascal, the band volley. I'm just reading comments, folks. Maybe he used his middle name as SLP. So Garfield pretty much, Miranda. So Garfield pretty much everybody and their Muma on the list. Matthew Prosper says KKR is looking for you. Or Lincoln Pascal. Guys, don't put any trouble between KKR and Lincoln. Those are buddies. They love each other. Yeah, man. Lincoln, say Prosper, kill it. Garfield, you're reading that too soft. That's our money. Yes, my friend Martin. But, folks, I'm going to assess. I have stuff to do, and I have some serious matters to attend to, you know, in the upcoming few weeks. But what I can say to you is, if that breakdown is accurate and it is true, then it will give us, you know, it will give us eyes on the inside so that we can see what was spent, what is happening. Nowhere on that list have we seen anything about the bands, what I would say the contribution to the bands or prize money. Nowhere have you seen that on the spreadsheet. But there's some areas where there's a balance. Persons were paid, there's a balance. And you saw where the mistress and the master of ceremonies are getting two separate amount of monies for that service. So we'll break it down a little more. And again, if you have information you want to share with us, you can share it at 929-586-1821, or you can reach us online at Caribbean American News Network. You can find our email there. It is we have the best security on our systems. So we'll invite you. Let's take this last call. Caller, you on the air, Caribbean American News Media. You're live.
Yes, my brother. I want to
Yes, sir.
to get a clear understanding of what is happening.
Yep.
Who gave the money to organize everything?
I believe Event St. Lucia, or through the Minister of Culture.
Yes. Okay, so Event St. Lucia will fall under Ernest portfolio.
Yes.
Yeah. And what is the process by Healer dispatching the money to? So who Healer giving the money to manage and pay off everybody?
I am not sure, honestly. I would not try to speculate on that because I really don't know the process, who got the check, whether
Because
it was issued to the Dennery
the
Carnival
reason
Committee or the council.
why I'm asking because, yeah, the reason why I'm asking because I'm hearing you speaking about it, but when I'm coming to think of it, it is a very deep situation where there's government agencies that involved in the missing of money, and that will show the corruption on the government part to make the government of St. Lucia and the whole look bad,
Yeah.
which is a bad situation. So I want to know if the ministry have launched an inquiry or independent investigation to this matter. And secondly, I want to ask you, who is the minister for Dennery South?
I believe it's the Honorable Alfred Prosper.
And that is the same man that is in charge of bananas,
Yeah.
agriculture.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Minister of Agriculture.
No wonder this is happening in Dennery South. Quite pity, because you know why? This man has shown his incompetence on all fronts. This man is the only agriculture minister, I believe, in the history of St. Lucia that has allowed our entire agriculture sector to collapse to a point where bananas in New York is much cheaper than bananas in St. Lucia, and most of on the shelves. I went to the market recently. 5 hand of green fig was at least $6, you know, or some people selling that $7. Some people give it to you at $4.
Is that
But
for real?
When I'm trying, it is for real. Anybody can call and after me and tell you how much is a hand of green fig, and most likely the supermarket do not even have bananas on the shelves, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it is a catastrophe with this government and what they have done to St. Lucia and the St. Lucian people. And I just want to bring it out to you that what is happening with Dennery South and the money's being missing, it is the same thing happening with the government as a whole. Our government, like the lady said, has borrowed or has two from 2021, 2022, 2023 budget, over $1 billion. In the first year, they borrowed $500 million. We do not see where that went to, and they say it was for budgetary support. Mm-hmm. We don't see where that money has gone to. The next thing about it, today in the House, I didn't follow it properly, but I want to ask you, what took place in the House when it comes to the reason why they borrowed the $201 million? Because the reason why I asked you that, because I heard the lady saying that, how can you borrow money and you do not have a plan? For example, you cannot go to the bank and want to borrow money and you do not have a plan from a builder or architect, right? Right or wrong?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
So I want to know, what is the justification of what did they say in the House? Because I'm listening to the Prime Minister talking about the old building and the this building and all the lies that the Flubbo is peddling and whatnot. And we tampering with the Constitution and all those different aspects. But what is the justification? So the situation is that we now as a party, we now as a people, a free people, have to realize that those guys are the true masters. Those guys are bringing modern day slavery back into St. Lucia. Those guys have imposed draconian taxes on the backs of St. Lucians, taking over $43 million a year, borrowing at $1 billion, borrowing at $201 million. He said the economy, never in the history of St. Lucia, the economy have expanded and businessmen are so happy and this and that. Where in St. Lucia is business expanded? Where in St. Lucia has the economy grow? Where in St. Lucia, he said people are living longer. Where people are living longer, young people are dying every single day. The man is in Parliament lying, and the man took an oath to represent St. Lucia, and you come and lie and say people are living longer about the taxes and trying to say the healthcare thing with the 80-year-old women and trying to think that with Obamacare. Nonsense. So I just want to get back to your subject because there's many different subjects. It's like a big womb, a sore you have on your feet. You know when you get a sore which you're riding a bicycle, you fall on your knee and you get that big womb, then it's taking long to cure.
Yes.
They call it a CC, long time. This is what the St. Lucia Labour Party is, a sore that will never cure unless we get those guys out. And the critical things we must do is put laws in place that people are being held accountable. Politicians who are corrupt politicians, because for the past 5 years, they've been talking, like you said earlier, talking about the vaccine money, this money Alan Shaftney borrowed, this, that. Hey, you're in power for 2 years. No conviction, no arrest hasn't been made. I'm all for it if they go to court with it. They find Alan Shaftney guilty, they find Guy Joseph guilty, throw them at border. Let them take the hard life those guys are taking up there. You understand? That's the situation where I'm coming to say. When Alan Shaftney come into power, he must not be afraid to pass laws like the laws of recall, the laws of accountability, the laws. You understand? I'm hearing Philip JP one more thing again and talking about reselling St. Lucia patrimony and whatnot, and talking about a jail. He went with the Mexico president, and Alan Shaftney just want to just break down all the jails and this and that, and he went to Mexico, and he went the president of Mexico house is in a jail. What that has to do with me if the president in Mexico house is in a jail and for breaking down an old jail and don't represent nothing? You understand? You come about and just sell our ports for $40 million for 40 years. You understand? And then the SLP now want to say, but Alan Shaftney sold at least our land for 40 years. Alan Shaftney leased the land. The man was bringing billions of dollars into Viewport. You understand?
Yeah.
We sell our port and we can and if Slash was running the port, we could have generated the same amount of money. Those guys are not for St. Lucians. Everything those guys blame Alan Shaftney for, it is actually them that is doing it. You understand? It is them that is running up and down, kissing the white man ass, pardon my French. It is them that is running around where selling all our ports and selling everything they get there and sell the lands in ban and selling our ports, selling our St. Lucian people into slavery or because they have to leave their country and go and work overseas and a big brain drain going on in the country. Still they having still selling our carnival and saying that is the best carnival for jazz. You go into Marsh and just paint a building, just paint around the Marshall grounds. Millions of dollars painted the Marshall grounds for one night for jazz. When you could have been pumping that money in stimulating the economy and bringing down the prices of food and gasoline in the entire Caribbean. St. Lucia alone paying the most gasoline. You understand? And anytime you have high gases, automatically prices going up across the board. You impose the 2.5% taxes on us. You understand? Still taking $17 a gallon at the pumps. Look now, GG Cells, Cable and Wireless, KFC, everybody have increased everything on us. And you want to come and talk about a livable wage. You cannot put no minimum wage in St. Lucia, no livable wage. What you have to do is educate the workforce to have better paying jobs. So in other words, skill laboring, science and technology, all those different aspects of what I'm trying to say today. Stop fooling the people. You're talking about youth economy. I mean, those guys are spending over millions of dollars in the youth economy. A population of 170,000, 200,000 people. About 700 people get benefited from the youth economy for 2 years. And now they're all in Dennery enough talking about you're getting ready for campaign again. What have you all done for the past 3 years to 4 years to stimulate the country and push the country forward? Waste of time those people are. And if Alan Shaftney do not pass the laws, we'll be going to be having that situation over and over. And if we're going to have those situations over and over, it will be come to a point where St. Lucia is going to have a civil war. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because I will not stand by idly and see my country sink in the hands of madmen, and those men not just mad, they're cowards. I thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Beautiful call. Have a beautiful night, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yep, folks, that was our last caller. Great contribution indeed. And so, friends, we staying on the story. We sadly, there are more questions than answers tonight, and we're hoping that the representative for Dennery, the Honorable Prosper, will address the people of Dennery, will bring some clarity to the situation there. And we really need clarity. We need some transparency. We want to know whether there is money missing or not. You have already said to us that at the end of September, folks are going to get the prize money and everything else. So please let us know. And it will be good that after a carnival event next time in Dennery, for those of you who will be the new persons there on those committees, my advice to you is after every event, come to the people and let them know we spent $70,000. We had an income of $80,000. We have paid all our bills and we had a successful event, and we look forward to next year. That's how you need to do it. Let people know, because outside of that information, people will speculate and start accusing. Sometimes innocent people get caught up because of lack of transparency. Sometimes you're doing nothing bad, but because you're not bringing forth information, especially when there is, little noise around the place, then, people will believe what they want to believe because you're saying nothing to them. And especially when you start treating them a certain way, those people will start, believing even more. Every little thing they hear about the council, they're going to start hearing, believing, they will start believing, and then you have no authority. You have no cloud, you have no motion. So please, let's have some transparency, and this time it got to be done by the representative for Dennery South, and that is the Honorable Prosper. And we're hoping that they're not too stubborn to not come forward. All right, so folks, have a beautiful night. We'll look forward to another show. I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to come on, but you keep this signal on, and we might be back here on Thursday. Yes, we might be back on Thursday. Or if anything major happen between now and tomorrow, God's willing, we will be on around 9 o'clock tomorrow night. All right, we will stick on this situation. We're not going to move off. We're not going to act like the regular press in St. Lucia. You start a story and you jump off of it, because what they're saying right now in their meetings, I'm sure, don't worry that, man, them fellas will stop talking soon. They won't talk. Yeah, that will just die out. So just let's not say nothing. Just let it die out. It will die out. But it's not going to die out. Not here. Not on this platform. All right? So thank you very much for riding with me tonight. May God bless you as you have a beautiful night. All right? So Matthew Prosper, hi, dummy.